Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, evening, wherever you're watching it or whenever you're watching it now. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm coming with an architecture video, as I feel like I've been needing to do one for a while and I've been wanting to do this specific video for quite some time now. So sit back, relax and enjoy.
It's not good enough for me since I've been with you. Ooh. It's not gonna work for you. Nobody can equal me. No, no.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
I'm gonna sip on the strength when I'm...
Right, so yes, today's video we are doing a do's and don'ts as a first year architecture student video. So I'm hoping this is going to be useful for you guys that are either looking to do architecture or are just interested in my videos.
Don't do architecture.
I'm going to talk through the do's and don'ts, what I feel, my personal experience in first year architecture. I've asked a couple of other students from my course as well.
Don't do architecture.
They've given me some ideas, so I've just kind of made a brief bullet points of what I think you should and shouldn't do as a first year architecture. First things first, we're going to go with do's. Obviously it doesn't really matter either way which round we do it, because a do could mean a don't, because if you do the opposite of a do, it's a don't, and a don't of a do and a do, and you get the picture. First thing first, plan out your strategy, i.e. plan ahead what you're going to get done by the end of the day or the end of the week. So this is something that I eventually did by the end of the course. You end up planning out what you need to get done, because there is such a short period of time to get something finished, to finish a project, that you kind of need to plan ahead to make sure that you will get everything complete in time and to your best ability. So going with that, we could say that keeping on top of your work is very important. So a lot of the time you'll spend, say, a day on one piece of drawing, and then the next day you'll think, oh no, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, and eventually it will build up on you and you will just run out of time basically. So keeping on top of your work and planning out a strategy, i.e. plan ahead, is very, very important within this course, because you can easily get very caught up saying, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow, I'll do that by the end of the week, but if you don't get the work done, it's going to catch up on you. I promise you that. Personal experience, I can tell you that for free, that is going to catch up on you, and that probably leads to my other point of procrastinating. So do not procrastinate, or do try not to procrastinate. Either way, it means the same thing. So procrastination is a lot of things. Procrastination is something that a lot of students on my course have done, and what I've noticed throughout the year. One of my best mates, Jacob, you would have seen his videos, he is known for his procrastination and leaving his work late. Sorry if you're watching that, Jacob. Procrastinating, just try your best not to. If you feel like not doing the work, just do it, because you'll feel so much better once you've got it out of the way and once you've got it sorted. And then also it prevents you from falling behind in the grand scheme of things in your projects, because you only have, I don't know, 5 to 6 weeks for your projects in first year, I think. Some of them vary a little bit. Some of them I was doing 4 weeks, some of them were 7 weeks, but you guys will find out very soon. But either way, you do not have much time to get your project done. So planning out ahead, keeping on top of your work, and do not procrastinate. 3 important things there. That's my first 3 points. So next one, which I've actually learnt further on in my architecture first year and more into the kind of working environment that I'm in now, working in an architect's firm, and that is make quick decisions. So this could go with procrastinating again, procrastinating on decisions, but make decisions very quickly. You do not want to dwell on a certain idea, because you are just wasting time, and then you're going to be putting your work behind you. And we're going back to the first point. So make very quick decisions. If you've got something in mind, do it, draw it out quick. Do not think about it, just draw it. If you like it, go with that. If you don't like it, scrap it, because you will run out of time if you do procrastinate too much on your drawings and your decisions. So yeah, make quick decisions and do not waste time. My next point, use your time wisely. So this can either go ahead with your plan ahead, but use your time wisely. Routine is key for this, I feel. Getting up nice and early, getting little jobs done out of the way, spending the day at university, and then having time in the evening to relax and to see your friends, socialise, because you can get very caught up in you need to get this done, you need to get that done, and you might end up not being able to socialise, relax and all that kind of stuff. I am a victim of that. I've spent a lot of time at university wasting time and kind of getting rid of my social life completely by the end of the course, just because I was really focused on getting this architecture course down. So yeah, use your time wisely. The time that you do have to do your work, make sure you get it done, because then you do have time to socialise in the evening. Obviously I go to the gym in the morning. If you're new to the channel, I am a fitness YouTuber. This is what this channel is based on. I obviously get up in the morning, go to the gym, get out of the way, and then I spend most of my day at university. So I've been sat here for pretty much 10 hours now. Get home for about 6, 7-ish, relax, watch some Netflix, eat food, sit with my flatmates, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of my routine. So my advice with that one is make a routine, get a routine sorted so that you're not kind of pressured and you're not wasting time, because wasting time is a very common thing. A big don't, famously said by Chardonnay. I'll play that clip now.
You have to make sure that you do not do all-nighters, because you will die from it. That's all I can say. Do
not do all-nighters, because obviously you need your sleep. With such a high intense course, you need your concentration. You need sleep to be able to concentrate. You need sleep to be able to make decisions, to be able to create good work, and obviously to get your work done as well. So do not do all-nighters. A lot of people do that because they don't plan out their strategy, they don't plan ahead, they don't keep on top of the work, they procrastinate, they don't make quick decisions, and so they end up doing all-nighters in the last week of the deadline. And that's something that I do not advise, because it all piles up on you and it makes you feel absolutely awful. I've been in that situation where I've not had much sleep on the last week of a deadline, and when you come to present your work, you can't present to the full because obviously you're tired. A lot of the time you won't want to present as well, you don't feel up to presenting, and you just don't want that to happen. Do not do all-nighters. Try and get enough sleep as possible. Maybe if that's going to bed a little bit earlier or waking up a little bit later, maybe if that works for you, but make sure you get a solid 7 to 8 hours sleep. Obviously personal preference on what you want to do, but do make sure you get a solid night's sleep, and do not do all-nighters. Another don't, do not leave your work to the last minute, because you'll fail. So that just goes back on all the planning strategy. Leaving your work to the last minute, a lot of the time it will lead you to fail, because you can't produce the work that you could have done in the period of time. You don't get all of it done, and then a lot of time you're missing out a big portion of your project, and you'll end up just getting failed, and then you've got to resit, and you just don't want that. If you want to do well at university, you don't want to leave your work to the last minute. You want to get it done nice and early, so it's not as stressful, so you can get your sleep, you can socialise, and then you can actually come out with a decent grade. Don't procrastinate, we've said that. Don't take negative feedback to heart. Use it to improve your work and you as a person. So this is something that a lot of people do. We have tutors at university that you'll see throughout your course, and they'll give you advice on how you can improve your work, how you can develop your work better, maybe give you advice on precedent studies, research, and different sources to help you progress in the course. A lot of the time you will get negative feedback, because obviously you're a first year student, you are learning, you are still learning the basics of architecture. Use negativity, or use criticism as a positive. Use it to push yourself forward, and do not dwell on what teachers are telling you and what negative feedback they're giving you, because it's very easy to be caught up in like, oh, they don't like my work, they don't like this, they don't like that. Use it, make your work better. You will become a better architect in the future if you learn to overcome negative feedback and use it as like a positive within your work. So yeah, don't take negative feedback to heart. And we have a little cracked heart there. Listen to your tutor's feedback.
Listen to what your tutors say and what the people say when they come in to review work.
Listening to your tutor's feedback is very important. You can easily be very stubborn and not want to do what your tutor is advising you, but at the end of the day, your tutor is the qualified architect. They are the one that they know what they're on about, they really do. A lot of the time you will find that they will tell you things that you don't want to hear, and what maybe you've got a really good idea that you really like and they don't like it and they feel like you should alter it slightly, but you don't want to just do it, because at the end of the day they're the ones that are giving you the grade. You want them to be on your side, So it's really important that you do listen to your tutor's feedback. Make sure whenever you do go to tutorials, jot down all the notes they're saying, because a lot of the time you'll forget what they've said and then you'll chase them around university trying to find out what feedback they've given you. That's a very important one. That's probably one of the most important ones on this whiteboard. So my final 2 points I want to say: don't take it too seriously.
Man, it's so stressful. I've cried every day, every night.
Like what I did, because it's only first year. So your first year grade doesn't actually matter. As long as you pass, you'll get through to the next year. Yeah, make sure you don't take it too seriously. I took it way too seriously. I stressed myself out way too much because I was just obsessed with getting a really good grade. Obviously that's a good thing, but at the end of the day, it's only first year. The grade's not really going to matter. As long as you get through to the next year, it's not going to matter. So you really don't need to take it as seriously as I did, because I put myself under a lot of pressure and I just didn't need to. It's a very important one. I was actually talking to someone at work today asking for advice to give on this video, and one key thing she said was do not take it too seriously, because you will just burn yourself out too early. You've got 7 years ahead of you. Take it nice and slow, get through the work, make sure you pass, come out with a good grade at the end of it, but do not take first year too seriously. That is my one big advice. And my final point I want to make is enjoy the work you produce. A lot of the time you will look at the work at the end, once you've pinned it up, just sit back and take it in. Take in what you've produced. Don't think, oh, I could have done better, because this is your first year. You really want to enjoy the work you produce, because when you get into an actual architect's firm, what I've noticed is that you're doing work very quickly. You're getting out work very quick, and you don't really have time to dwell on the work that you've done, and you don't have time to enjoy it. So make sure you enjoy the work you produce whilst the time you've got it. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. That is my do's and don'ts as a first year architect student. I hope you found that useful in some way, in any way. Good luck to you guys if you are looking to do architecture. I'm obviously only done first year, so this is only my advice for first year, but I am looking to do more videos like this as I get through the course. My voice is going a bit now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned for my upcoming content. Thank you.
Subscribe to Thomas Roundtree, legend.